This isn't actually where we're sleeping. It's just a little cabin that I found that's for sale near our campsite, and I really wanted to check it out because it looks adorable, and the price is pretty good at like $225,000. After you.
Oh, it's tiny. I didn't have my mind wrapped around what 200 square feet was.
This is cool. I like it a lot.
So cute.
The camera isn't even wide enough to get the whole space, but look at this cool cabin.
Oh, look at the sink.
Cute little pump sink here. We've got a little toaster oven, so there is power here, but the toilet is in an outhouse back there. And then there's a little sleeping loft. Cute. Not much, but this is great. And the setting's really pretty. So there's this really nice deck here with a view of the lake. We're staying at Lake Wenatchee. There's like a cool swing here. Look at that. And this cabin is just adorable.
It's adorable.
So we're heading out now. We're at the end of our camping trip. This is just a really nice spot.
Yeah, we came here last year, and this year we got the exact same site we had last year, but Celie was less than one last year, so it was like one of her first, if not her first camping trip ever. Now I feel like this is nostalgic here, so, you know, like what if we could get a cabin?
Pretty much anytime that I go camping or vacation somewhere, I'm always like, ooh, what if we bought a house here? Anyways, we had 2 really nice nights camping. So we're staying at Lake Wenatchee State Park, or I guess right outside of it, at this little campground. It's very delightful. Let me show you around. So we have 3 cars here for all of our families. And here's our snack box. We're right near the river, which is super nice. Very pretty. We're having oatmeal today, so cutting up some strawberries, some blueberries. It's gonna be delicious. Got a campfire.
Yeah, don't like.
We're doing most of our camping, or most of our cooking over the stove here.
It's like looking up.
Our tent is over here. We're graduating away from the crib, so Celie has her own sleeping mat. This is a really good spot. We're like 2 minutes from Lake Wenatchee. We're 2 hours from Seattle, so it's easy to get here. Lake Wenatchee is lovely. It has everything that you need and kind of feels like a summer camp. There's paddleboard rentals, a volleyball court, an epic playground, shaved ice, general store, stylish 70s tile in the bathrooms, and a stunning view. I got super sunburned because I'm generally hiding in the shade, and I forgot to sunscreen while we were out swimming, and we ran out when we got out. But the bagels were good, and the sound was epically diggable. I forgot the good coffee at home. It was in a box sitting right next to the door, and I still walked right by it and forgot it. So we stopped and got some terrible Folgers steeping instant coffee stuff at the gas station, and it's really too bad because I have to negotiate on an offer today and coach Stefan through his first pending transaction, so good coffee would have helped quite a bit.
No, I don't think so. That rock. Let me get that boulder.
Our 9-year-old companion took us on a water hike, which is exactly what it sounds like, a hike through the water. It took about 3 hours to go a quarter mile, and it was a blast. But like all good things, this trip too had to come to an end. The party's over. It's sad when camping's over, isn't it? Okay, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine when realtors put a listing on the market and they're like, this is the absolute best there is. This is my dream, absolute favorite. And I'm going to do the exact same thing because this is one of my dream neighborhoods in Seattle. This is like the Blue Ridge, North Beach area, and I really like it. There's something kind of cool about being close to the water, but also being close to cool city amenities and like mid-century homes. And I really like this one. A realtor reached out to me and asked if I could show it in a video. So I'm going to do just that.
I love this house, actually. The problem is Alex and I think, oh, we just need a small house. There's just 3 of us. But then I come in and I'm like, I just love having space. This house is huge and the windows are awesome. And this is a really nice neighborhood too. But again, it's just like spacious kitchen, so much storage. Our dream stovetop, but that's just...
Okay, so you might have known that I broke our stovetop by putting my knee through it. And this is the one that I want to replace it with.
Bosch induction.
Okay, look at all the brickwork too. This is all on the exterior. Maybe I'll show you that in a minute. But I really like this skinny, long brick. It's very 1950s.
Yeah, this was a 1956. Okay, the home is really well updated. Before we go down though, I gotta show you the bathroom that's not totally updated because, wow.
Oh, look at that tile.
It's also huge.
Love it.
This bathroom's huge. I can't get over how spacious the rooms are. Look at these.
It just keeps going around corners. This is like in almost every 1950 house.
It's on the side of our house. Huge living room with that cool mid-century brick again. And fireplace.
Look at the ceiling too. It's really pretty.
Look at this.
Oh wow. Like a legit full-on kitchen.
Mother-in-law suite, you know, rent out the space.
I'm getting ready for this week's Home in Seattle podcast filming. I do all of the behind the scenes stuff, and then Kendall and Emily are the hosts of the podcast. And this week we're having a past client on, Dustin, who bought a house a couple weeks ago in West Seattle. It was just a joy to work with him, so we thought it would be really fun to have him on, hear a little bit of his story about being an immigrant, first-time home buyer, having an investor mentality, and I think this is going to turn out very nice because he's very good on camera. And he's just really sweet. I'm also kind of excited for this little vlogging camera that I got. This is just like a little Sony point and shoot, but it's really nice because it's so small. And I've been going out in public so much carrying this giant, mirrorless camera that draws a lot of attention and people look at me weird. So I think it's gonna be nice to have something to just, go to restaurants and coffee shops with.
So my name is Dennis Agustin Dela Cruz Baliktar Jr. Thank you to my mom for inserting my dad's name as the first one. The second one is a saint, but it's misspelled. Agustin without the E and the U in the middle. They're very Filipino. Yeah. And then you also have the junior at the end, and the Dela Cruz just because we're partly Spanish, according to 23andMe.
The property management business is going pretty well. Our first rental property is almost rented. We had a prospective tenant, but they ended up not passing the credit requirements, so we're going on to the next applicant. But for the most part, it's going along very smoothly. Summer in Seattle can't be beat, so it's always worth heading out to Gasworks. It's one of my favorite spots to look at the Seattle skyline. So it's nice that our office is right next door and that I can just head over fairly frequently and check it out. But I've got to head home because we have friends coming over for dinner, and there's a little bit to prepare for that. If you make burgers without pickled onions, you're really missing out. It brings the perfect acidity to the meal. If you care, here's my recipe. I dissolve a tablespoon of salt and sugar, both with a cup of hot water, then add a cup of white vinegar, then mix in a red onion and let it sit for about an hour. It comes out perfect every time. We've been trying all year to throw these little Home in Seattle events where we invite past clients, potential clients, friends, and just say thank you for working with us. And it's been a lot of fun. We're today at Flat Stick down in South Lake Union, doing some mini golf.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody.
I love these events. It's really nice to see people.
Really nice.
I always like see everyone in a very emotional, concentrated time. So it's nice to just do a little bit of social time.
It means so much to us when people work with us, and honestly, when you show up to these parties, we're like, oh, thanks for coming.